So unstructured time is absolutely crucial to being in touch with yourself and, in this case, knowing what you love. So there's a reason that many of there are so many stories about creative geniuses and their bathtubs and screaming eureka and running around the town with a towel around them or naked, or even modern day geniuses in different areas will frequently say, I get inspiration when I'm in the shower or when I'm on a walk, and there's a good reason for this. When we leave some time that's unstructured and allow ourselves to do things that are not structured, that are not goal oriented, it allows us to get in touch with ourselves and our creativity, and it allows for new solutions to emerge for problems. So unstructured time is absolutely vital. In this, I recommend specifically that you do more of what brings you life and less of what brings you death. And what I mean by that is, so sometimes in your work, in your personal life, you have to do things that you don't want to. And that's okay. We all have to do those things, and that's just the way that it works sometimes. It's part of the human experience. But as you use your unstructured time and as you become more aware of what you want and what it is that you value, pay attention to that and use that to do those things that make you happy, that bring you life, that cause you joy. As you begin to recognize what those things are and what they look like, make it a point to do them. And as you become more aware of what things in your life are dragging you down, are bringing you death, are taking away your joy, make it a point to do less of those things. As a specific example of this, I'm going to recommend you take a mindful date night. So what do I mean by mindful date night? Do I mean date night like set a time for you and your significant other? I do. So that the basic idea of this date night is the same thing as where you have a time set aside and nothing else is allowed to get in the way. But in my case, I define date night a little bit more broadly. So instead of just a significant other, I define date night as anything that is significant in your life other than yourself. So for this exercise, we're going to do a mindful date night exercise. I want you to pick a person, animal, or activity that is special to you, but that you are unable to spend as much time with as you would like. This exercise tends to be easiest if you pick a person or a pet, but you can feel free to adapt it to whatever works for you. Think about how you might intentionally create a space for just 5 mindful minutes with the person or activity without allowing anything else to interfere. What would you do? How would you feel? How could you make sure that nothing else interfered for those 5 minutes? Now that you've thought about it a little bit, I would like you to go ahead and make that mindful date night happen in the next 2 days. It's only 5 minutes after all. I'm going to share with you a little bit of a mindful date night, how that might look in my life.